I hope everyone is having a phenomenal day. This is Rare of His Photos. I am going to get around to do some reading later on today, but I would be remiss if I didn't share some of the comments that have come through. Some wonderful comments, some great stories. And I know that y'all enjoy supporting your fellow Elvis fan, as well as, getting to see your own thoughts put out there on Rare of His Photos. So I'm going to be playing a lot of music during this as well. While I prepare to read Elvis and Kathy, that's coming up today. Are You Lonesome Tonight is coming up today. My Army Days with Elvis is coming up today. And From Here to the Great Unknown. Those are the 4 books that we're going to have new releases on today. And I'm excited to bring it to you. Recording this on voting day, so hopefully you get out there and exercise your right to vote if you can, or you early voted. I know everybody has strong personal political opinions on this page. Probably not the best place to share them. I think if somebody believes one way or the other, it's very difficult to get them to see what you see, and it turns into a lot of fighting. It's in my own family as well. So, anyhow, and Elvis kind of kept his political views to himself. A lot of people think, well, maybe he swung more left than right, or more right than left, or what used to be Democrats are now Republicans, supposedly, or what used to be Republicans are now Democrats, vice versa, all that stuff. But, we're here to celebrate Elvis. And his generosity, his love, his strength, his spirit, his music, his talent, and what he did to us emotionally, how he moved us emotionally, how he got us through rough times. So while we read these comments, while you take a look to see whether your comment is featured, while you're listening to the tribute music, which will be out eventually, but for right now, just enjoy it for free. I know a lot of you are all asking me, hey, where can I download this? It'll get put out eventually. It was supposed to be released at the end of October, but I kind of decided against it just for a couple reasons. Everything these days can affect you one way or the other, so it will get released. But until then, like I said, it's here on all of these videos, and I'm working on a new song, by the way. Just cut it for the Elvis and Lucy for Desiree. So look for that. Also some other songs as well, not just one song. I cut 6 more. So anyhow, enjoy these comments. Thank you for watching the videos as long as you do. It really helps the channel out. The longer you watch this video, the average watch time. I know ads pop up. If you can watch some of them, you don't have to watch all 1 minute of them or all 45 seconds, but 10, 15, 20 seconds, that helps the channel too. And for those of you that are giving me those little love thanks gifts, I guess they're called super thanks, I appreciate it. And for the members that have signed up, I appreciate you, the new members. I do get to see your comments before anybody else's. It highlights them for me. That's part of the reason for the membership, but eventually we'll have some very cool perks as well. Anyhow, so let's listen to some music while these comments roll in. And trust me, I've already read all these, by the way. I've seen your comments. That's why I hit a heart and a like on them. Okay? That's me that did that. So if you're featured, congratulations. I know it's kind of sometimes can be exciting to see your thought process. Sometimes I respond to them as well with a response. Sometimes I don't get a chance to do that. But your opinions here are welcome. Unless it's something very terribly negative about Elvis or to another member, another subscriber. So y'all make this channel a great place to be. Let's continue to do that, and I'll continue to try to bring you the love of Elvis.
He walked on stage with a smile, made our dreams come true for a while. Guitar in hand, moving wild, every scream made him feel alive. Shook his hips, people would sigh. If I can dream, he touched the sky. Jailhouse rocking all night long, to the rhythm of a rock and roll song. Elvis gave his life for his fans, sang his heart out right to the end. Every note he gave a piece of his soul, because rock and roll made him whole. Here's where music ended and began. Elvis gave his life for his fans. Long nights on the road, legends told, stories unfold. From Graceland to the crowd, he played every song loud and proud. Elvis gave his life of his soul, because rock and roll made him whole. Here's where music ended and began. Elvis gave his life for his fans. He shined like the brightest star. Love for that music took him far. Echoes of his voice still live on in every one of his songs. Elvis gave his life for his fans, sang his heart out right till the end. Every note he gave a piece of his soul, because rock and roll made him whole. Here's where music ended and began. Elvis gave his life for his fans. Here's where all music ended and began. Elvis gave his life for his fans. Shot up like a firework in 1954, when everything on records and TV was a bore. Lots of hair falling down over his sullen eyes, head twisting in and out, and didn't even realize he was every daddy's nightmare and every daughter's dream. Those mothers didn't know they should have those girls to scream. Right along beside them as all the cameras flashed. Without Elvis, there's no Orbison, Jerry Lee, or Cash. He was straight out of Tupelo, the Memphis Flash. The institution tried to ban him, cops lined up at shows. They said, shake it one more time, son, we'll see how your headline goes. But Elvis, he just stood there, wiggling his one finger. They still screamed and rushed the stage for their favorite singer. He was every daddy's nightmare and every daughter's dream. Those mothers didn't know they should have those girls to scream. Right along beside them as all the cameras flashed. Without Elvis, there's no Orbison, Jerry Lee, or Cash. He was straight out of Tupelo, the Memphis Flash. The institution tried to ban him, cops lined up at shows. They shake it one more time, son, we'll see how your story goes. But Elvis, he just stood there, wiggling his one finger. They still screamed and rushed the stage for their favorite rockin' singer. He was every daddy's nightmare and every daughter's dream. Those mothers didn't know they should have their nose screen. Right along beside them as all the cameras flashed. Without Elvis, there'd be no Jerry Lee or Johnny Cash. He was straight out of Tupelo, Memphis Flash. He still makes them cry and smile to this very day. There will never be another Elvis, mark the words here that I say. He was every daddy's nightmare and every daughter's dream. Those mothers didn't know they should have those girls to scream. Right along beside them as all the cameras flashed. Without Elvis, there's no Orbison, Jerry Lee, or Cash. He was straight out of Tupelo, the Memphis Flash. He was straight out of Tupelo, Elvis, the Memphis Flash.
Elvis was 100% energy all the time, a ball of energy.
She held him close to her heart from the very start. Through every joy and fear, she kept him near and dear, with a love that's pure and true. In everything she'd do, a mother's guiding light shone through the Elvis night. Oh, Gladys loved her son until her big old heart gave out. And there's no greater love than a mother's love. Holding her hand, he found peace, and all her worries would not cease. There shares a bond that never fades, it loves me tender shades. Oh, Gladys loved her son until her big old heart gave out. And there's no greater love than a mother's love. Holding her hand, he found peace, and all her worries would not cease. They shares a bond that never fades, it loves me tender shades. Oh, Gladys loved her son until her big old heart gave out. And there's no greater love than a mother's love. With every note he'd sing, he danced on her heartstrings. A melody so sweet made their bond complete. Oh, Gladys loved her son until her big old heart gave out. And there's no greater love than a mother's love. Yeah, there's no greater love than a mother's love.
Elvis and Gladys had such a special relationship, and I think there needed to be a song written about it. That's why I wrote that song.
We don't let no one talk about the king. We defend his memory, let Elvis' freedom ring. No ex-wife of his gonna ruin the love we feel for the boy from Tupelo, then straight to Bill. He changed the world with one move of his hips. He changed the world with one sneer from his lips. There would be no Beatles or Rolling Stones, Tupac Shakur, Papa rock and roll without him. The world is not as bright without him. He loved us all as he sung from stage. We hung on every word, every turn of the leg. And on that screen, we watched him change our lives. Every word he spoke left us all in awe and mesmerized. He changed the world with one move of his hips. He changed the world with one sneer from his lips. There would be no Beatles or Rolling Stones, Tupac Shakur, Papa rock and roll without him. The brightness of the world would be so dim without him. Without him, the world is not as bright without him.
That is one of the most honest, truthful lyrics I think I've ever written because Elvis changed everything.
He was born in a shack in Tupelo, a healthy boy, but he lost his baby bro. He grew up poor, the dirt poor life. The only thing he had was a guitar and a bike. That was Elvis, born in 35, that was Elvis. The coolest kind of life from don't be cruel to all shook up, suspicious minds to burn in love. That was Elvis. He died in the summer of '77. Priscilla broke his heart and sent him back to heaven. He sang his songs for all to hear. American trilogy still brings a tear. That was Elvis, born at 35, that was Elvis. The coolest kind of life from don't be cruel to all shook up, suspicious minds to burn in love. That was Elvis. He left us a gift in Lisa Marie, but now she's singing with Elvis in heaven's jubilee. That was Elvis, born in 35, that was Elvis. The coolest kind of life from don't be cruel to all shook up, suspicious minds to burn in love. That was Elvis, from that's alright to all shook up, suspicious minds to burn in love. That was Elvis, Elvis, Elvis. That was Elvis, Elvis. That was Elvis, Elvis, Elvis.
That was actually the very first song I wrote for the record, where it was photos, songs of Elvis.
The shadow of the king still haunts the Memphis night in the dimming southern light. Graceland comes alive. He walks those southern halls, his footsteps fall and fall, until those gates up front swing wide and bring his fans inside. Elvis looks out, smiles down at the crowd, from his window way up high at Graceland, watching time go by, watching over us all, day after day, night after night. Memories like a song keeps the king walking on. He is still amazed. We love him to this day. Elvis looks out, smiles down at the crowd, from his window way up high at Graceland, watching time go by, watching over us all, day after day, night after night. Memories like a song keeps the king walking on. He is still amazed. We love him to this day. Elvis looks out, smiles down at the crowd, from his window way up high at Graceland, watching time go by, watching over us all, us all.
I'll see you shortly with some Elvis and Kathy. TCB TLC, this is Rare Elvis Photos.